Car companies are always putting out new versions of their existing cars and making big changes to the ones they already have nearly every year. Some automakers also show off their concept cars from time to time. Most of the time, the purpose of these cars, which are almost always one of a kind, is to show customers where the manufacturer plans to take their cars in the future. Even though it's more likely than not that these cars from the future will never be made and sold to the public, there are times when vehicles like these do get made. Most of the time, these concept cars have the most cutting-edge designs and specs that are currently available. In the past year or two, there have been a lot of great concept cars, and we'd love to see a few of them on public roads. So without further ado, here are our top 10 picks for the 10 most cutting-edge cars that are in the works and that we hope will be made. Let's get started. Number 10. Bentley EXP 10 Speed 6. Why not make a bold statement by putting a Bentley at the top of the list? This year, the EXP 10 Speed 6 was shown for the first time at the Geneva Motor Show. It is Bentley's most recent concept car. It's made for two people to drive, and it's much smaller and lighter than the Continental GT. This shows that speed and performance are the most important things for this vehicle. The standard Bentleys can go fast, but their main goal is to be as luxurious as possible. On the other hand, the EXP 10 Speed 6 is mostly concerned with how fast it goes, but they won't be able to move forward until they change that name. Number 9. A Lexus LFSA as an example. The LFSA is one of the newest concept cars that Lexus has shown off, and if it were made, it would be great. The LFSA is basically a small high-end hot hatchback for people who live in cities with a lot of traffic. Even though it was small, it would be very effective, quick, and agile, and it would still have many high-end luxury features. Even though Lexus has never done anything like this before, I think this car would be awesome if it were ever made, but I don't think that will ever happen. Number 8. The Con Design Land Rover Defender Flying Huntsman. When you get right down to it, many supercars, like this Land Rover Defender Flying Huntsman from Con Design, are just as silly and pointless as each other. The vehicle is huge and has 6x6 all-wheel drive. Yes, the SUV has 12 wheels altogether. This is the best vehicle for off-roading. Number 7. The Chevy Bolt is an all-electric car. When the first generation Chevrolet Bolt came out a few years ago, the company, which was trying to sell electric cars at the time, did not do very well. Any way you look at it, Chevrolet went back to the drawing board and came up with the Bolt EV. The car is a small hatchback with 4 doors that only runs on electricity. It can travel up to 200 miles, but what's more important is that if it were ever made, it would cost about $30,000 if it were ever sold. That would put it in the group of all-electric cars that can be bought for the least amount of money. Number 6. The Audi Prologue Preface. We've been keeping an eye on the Audi Prologue, which is a pretty cool concept car made by the company. Audi made a luxury coupe that is both roomy and very sleek to show where the brand is going in terms of design. Everything inside is controlled by 3 touchscreen computers, so there are no physical buttons. Not only does it look great from the outside, but it also looks very futuristic on the inside. It can't be denied that it's something from the future. Number 5. The Hyundai Santa Cruz. I'll be the first to say that I don't like pickup trucks. I don't need one, and my life doesn't require that I have one, so I don't have one. If you aren't a builder, a mover, or have another job that requires you to move heavy things, I think they are completely useless, and you should avoid them at all costs. In spite of this, the new Hyundai Santa Cruz looks like it could be a great car. This pickup might look the best out of all the ones I've seen. Hyundai showed it off in January at the Detroit Auto Show. The company says it strikes a good balance between being fun and being useful. Number 4. The DBX is an Aston Martin. If Aston Martin ever made an SUV or crossover vehicle, which they probably will, it would probably look a lot like the DBX. This is because the DBX was made with this purpose in mind. This is Aston Martin's answer to the recent push by automakers to make high-end luxury SUVs. This push has been made by other automakers recently. I am a supporter, and I think that the DBX or a vehicle that is very similar to the DBX will definitely be released within the next few years. Number 3. Nismo upgrades have been made to the Nissan 370Z Roadster. Nissan 370Z Roadster is the third one on our list. If any of these cars are likely to be made in the future, it will be this concept for the 370Z Roadster. Nismo is kind of like Nissan's AMG division, and all of their cars are made with a focus on performance. So, in terms of performance as a whole, this D would be the best choice for you. If I had to bet on something, it would be that this car will go into production. Number 2. A Toyota FT1. Gran Turismo 6, a very popular racing video game, was the inspiration for the Toyota FT1, which was made specifically for the game. Since the company thought it had so much potential, they went ahead and made a few concept cars. Even though it's very unlikely that Toyota will ever put this car into mass production, it would be cool if they made a supercar that looked like this. Number 1. The Chevrolet Chaparral 2X Vision GT comes first. A Chevrolet Chaparral 2X Vision automobile. Gran Turismo is a concept car, a real-life version of the Chaparral 2X Vision GT concept car, which was based on Gran Turismo, was manufactured by Chevrolet. In addition to Toyota, the Gran Turismo series of video games inspired the creation of this unique vehicle. It is essentially a Formula One race car from the future that is made of magic, and it came from the future. According to Chevy, the vehicle is powered by a laser propulsion system that is capable of producing 671 kilowatts and an air-powered generator. These two components are essential to the functioning of the automobile's engine. According to Chevy, the vehicle is capable of reaching top speeds of 240 miles per hour and can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in only 1.5 seconds. To tell you the truth, I have no idea how something like that operates or what it actually means. My mind keeps going back to laser-powered race cars that travel at a very high speed. Who among us wouldn't be interested in witnessing something like that for ourselves? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure that you like this video and subscribe to this channel for more interesting information. Don't forget to turn the notifications bell icon on so you know the minute we post another blockbuster video. See you soon.